This is the Kidnapping AI on True Oddities podcast. In 2025 and 2026, a terrifying new crime exploded across North America and quickly spread to Europe and Australia. Criminals began using hyper-realistic AI voice cloning technology to impersonate children, spouses, or family members in distress, calling parents and loved ones to demand immediate ransom, claiming the person had been kidnapped. These scams are shockingly convincing. Using just a few seconds of voice data pulled from social media videos, voice cloning AI can now generate real-time conversations that sound exactly like the victim's child crying, panicking, or begging for help. The calls often come from spoofed local numbers and include background sounds like traffic, crying, or threats from kidnappers. One of the first major cases that went viral happened in Arizona in late 2025. A mother received a call from what sounded exactly like her 11-year-old daughter. The girl was sobbing, saying, "Mommy, they took me. Please send money or they're going to hurt me." The mother, in complete panic, transferred thousands of dollars via Bitcoin before realizing something was off. When she called her daughter's school, the girl was sitting safely in class. The voice had been cloned from videos on the family's public TikTok account. Similar incidents exploded in 2026. In Ontario, Canada, a father received a late-night call from his son's voice, saying he had been in a car accident and needed $8,000 wired immediately for medical bills. In Texas, a grandmother was told her grandson had been kidnapped and would be killed unless she sent $15,000 in gift cards. Police later confirmed both calls used AI-generated voices cloned from public videos. Law enforcement agencies, including the FBI and RCMP, issued urgent warnings in early 2026. The scams are growing rapidly because the technology is cheap, easy to use, and terrifyingly effective. Criminal gangs in Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, and West Africa are reportedly running these operations at scale. They use automated systems that scan social media for families with young children who post frequent videos, then generate the cloned voice in seconds. What makes these scams particularly evil is the psychological torment. Parents describe the pure panic and helplessness they feel when they hear their own child's voice screaming for help. Many victims say it's the most terrifying moment of their lives, even when they later realize it was fake. Some have suffered heart attacks or severe anxiety attacks after the calls. The technology behind it is advancing at breakneck speed. Several Chinese AI voice platforms can now create voices so realistic that even close family members often can't tell the difference in real time. During a live call, scammers can respond naturally to questions because the AI is generating speech on the fly. In one documented case in California, a mother received a three-way call where her daughter and a kidnapper were both speaking. The kidnapper demanded ransom while the cloned daughter cried in the background. The mother nearly drained her retirement account before police intervened. Police and cybersecurity experts warn that these scams are only getting worse. As AI voice technology improves, it's becoming harder to detect. Some advanced versions can now mimic breathing patterns, emotional tone, and even background noises specific to the victim's location. By mid-2026, thousands of these incidents have been reported across the US and Canada alone, with losses reaching tens of millions of dollars. Many victims are too embarrassed to report it, meaning the real numbers are likely much higher. This new crime represents a dark turning point, the moment when AI stopped being just a tool for deepfakes and became a weapon capable of exploiting one of the strongest human instincts, a parent's love and fear for their child. The mechanics behind these scams are shockingly simple and devastatingly effective. Scammers start by scraping public social media accounts, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, for videos of children or family members. Just 10 to 30 seconds of clear audio is enough for modern AI tools to create a near-perfect voice clone. They then use real-time voice synthesis software that allows them to have live conversations, responding to the victim's questions and emotions in the moment. In many cases, the scammers use a two-person routine, One kidnapper making threats, while the cloned child voice cries and begs in the background. They often spoof local phone numbers so the call appears to come from the child's school, neighborhood, or even the parent's own area code. Some calls include realistic background sounds, car horns, crying, muffled screams, to heighten the panic. By spring 2026, the FBI issued multiple public alerts. In one notable case in Florida, a father received a call from his 9-year-old son's cloned voice saying he had been abducted from baseball practice. The kidnapper demanded $25,000 in Bitcoin within 30 minutes. The father was moments away from sending the money when he decided to call the baseball field directly and discovered his son was safe. Police departments across North America report that these scams are now among their fastest growing categories of fraud. Losses in the U.S. alone are estimated to be in the tens of millions of dollars in just the first half of 2026. Many victims, especially elderly grandparents, have been cleaned out of their life savings. Law enforcement is struggling to keep up. Tracing these calls is extremely difficult because they often route through overseas VoIP numbers, use burner accounts, and cryptocurrency for payments. Many of the operations appear to be based in Southeast Asia, Nigeria, and Eastern Europe, where AI tools are cheap and extradition is nearly impossible. Tech companies are racing to respond. Some voice AI platforms have started adding watermarks and detection tools, but the technology evolves faster than the safeguards. Some experts predict that by late 2026, it will be nearly impossible for the average person to tell the difference between a real voice and an AI clone during a short, emotional phone call. This new crime wave represents something darker than traditional scams. It weaponizes the most primal human fear, the safety of your child, using technology that didn't even exist a few years ago. It forces us to question the very reliability of our senses and the voices of the people we love most. As of now, in 2026, there is no perfect defense. Experts recommend creating a family-safe word or code phrase that must be used in any emergency call. They also advise hanging up and calling the person directly on a known number instead of responding to the suspicious call. The AI voice clone kidnapping scams are a terrifying glimpse into the dark side of rapidly advancing artificial intelligence. What began as a fun tool for content creators has become a powerful new weapon for criminals. As these scams continue to evolve and spread, one thing is clear: the line between reality and artificial deception has never been thinner. That's episode 18 of True Oddities, the AI voice clone kidnapping scams. Next episode, we investigate the silent black helicopters, the mysterious, nearly soundless black helicopters being reported flying low over rural areas across North America with no official explanation. Subscribe, rate the show on Spotify, and I'll see you in the next bizarre but true tale. Stay odd.